Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Star Wars 2024 mini-scale or Starships collection Millennium Falcon. It is set number 75375, comes with 921 pieces, and retails for $85. This is actually a pretty decent price, as it's even cheaper than the 10 cents per piece is price per piece that everybody seems to think is supposed to be the gold standard. This is the sixth set I am reviewing as a set that may be a popular pick for May the 4th of 2025. When LEGO started the Starship collection with the Executor Super Star Destroyer, I think everyone knew it was only a matter of time they got around to making the Millennium Falcon, which is so it's probably not all that surprising that it came out with that first full wave, along with the Tantive 4 and the Invisible Hand. I mean, we're talking about the most famous ship in all of Star Wars. Plus, it was the only. Plus, this was one of only two sets, the other being the Imperial Star Destroyer, with the original mini-scale line. So it's nice that they brought it back for the big return, where they've gone absolutely ham with the mini-scale. Taking a look at the box art, we get the nice black background with the set in all its glory, with a nice blue hue behind it. Of course, since this came out with the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, so the box comes with the R2-D2 logo up in the top right corner, and that blue-gray color scheme down at the bottom. Plus, the set comes with the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars printed brick. Take a look at the side, we get a top-down view of the ship, which looks really good. And swinging around to the back, we get a side view of the set with the dimensions of the ship being 9.5 inches or 24 centimeters long, and 5 inches or 13 centimeters high on its stand, along with a shot of the ship in hyperspace, which is different from the others. This does have the thumb tab, so you do have to damage the box in order to get it open. And let's see what all we've got. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bags of parts, 1 premium piece, which I assume is going to be for the engine thrust, sent out all by its lonesome, and 1 instruction manual, which actually kind of surprises me because I'm not seeing any stickers, which means the cone piece here for the cockpit might actually be printed, which honestly would make me very happy. Anyway, once again, now we get a top-down view of this set on the instruction manual, with once again looking like it's the actual set instead of a 3D render. Once again, we get an ad for paper bags in a set without them. And once again, we get the UCS style breakdown of the set, once again by the creative director of LEGO, Jens. I'm not going to try to pronounce the rest of it. I'm absolutely going to butcher it. And I will go ahead and read the first page. We have a really good feeling about this. It seems not long ago we released the first ever LEGO Star Wars set in 1999. Now we're celebrating our 25th anniversary. Time flies almost as fast as our favorite starship when you're having fun in this galaxy. Of the hundreds of starships we have released over the years, the Millennium Falcon remains the most requested and popular with fans of all ages. From A New Hope to The Rise of Skywalker and beyond, we agree with Han and Chewie. The ship feels like home. After more than 25, we've had different iterations, from miniature versions to great Ultimate Collector Series sets, and now as part of our new Starship Collection Edition, we still love this hunk of junk, special modifications, quirks, and all. I think we all agree with that. Plus, we get some nice shots of both the large scale Falcon that we see in the Mos Eisley spaceport, plus the movable model used in special effects shots. Next up, we get a shot of Han and Chewie in the cockpit as the ship's going into hyperspace, and the same image we get on the front of the box. and we get another image page celebrating the 25 years of Lego Star Wars. In the back of the instruction manual, we get a total of 1, 2, 3 pages. It's of the parts list. No other sets shown as advertisement. Well, I'm sure this is going to be a fun build, a long build, because we're over 900 pieces. But we're going to go ahead and jump into a time lapse of this build, starting right now. All right, the build is done. I'd say that took about 2 hours to get done. If you try to do it all in one go, personally, I couldn't. I'll be honest. Building this long gets to my back. First off, before we take a look at the set itself, one thing I will say is that there are Easter eggs inside this bad boy. The trouble is, unlike sets like, for example, the Super Star Destroyer or Tainted 4, they are buried so deep into the set that I'd have to take apart like half the set just to be able to take a look at one of them. So, we're going to take a look at them via the instruction manual. First off, we've got there's 3 small sections where there are Easter eggs. First off, we've got R2, 3PO, and Chewie at the dark table, which that piece is printed. One nice thing about this set is that there are no stickers whatsoever. Second off, we've got, let's see if I can get to, there we go. Second off, from Empire Strikes Back, we have 3PO interrupting Han and Leia's first kiss. And then the third one, we have from New Hope, Obi-Wan and Luke doing a little Jedi training. So yeah, there are a couple of Easter eggs in here, but it's like you know they're there. You just can't have access to them just because they're so buried deep into the set. Like they're all buried underneath the middle section here, and again, you'd have to take apart like half the set just to see them. So, taking a look at the ship itself, actually, we'll go ahead, as usual, with this being a 25 years of Lego Star Wars set, we do have the printed plaque, so that's nice. As for the set itself, man, this thing looks good. I honestly thought, taking a look at the price tag for this thing compared to the Tainted 4, I originally thought they only slapped an extra $5 just because, you know, it's the Millenium Falcon, the most famous ship in Starship Wars. But then I took a look at the piece count. The Tainted 4 has 654 pieces. The Millenium Falcon, 921. That's a near 300 piece difference. So if anything, I was shocked that they only bumped up the price by $5. They could have easily gotten away with $100 for this thing in this day and age of Lego. But strangely enough, they didn't. Like, they gave us a decent sized Millenium Falcon, all printed pieces. You got the Easter eggs, plus the stand. I mean, seriously, I'm surprised they didn't try to charge more. I mean, take a look at this thing. I mean, there is one downside, the fact that the way they did the stand, which admittedly is unique among the stands, considering with most of the stands they have the part that the ship actually sits on be straight up, while you can see for this one it's quite a bit at an angle. So at least the stand is unique for the Falcon in that you can have it, that's in a slanted position, like it's actually flying around. The one downside is that where you attach the stand to, is where the ventral gun turret would be. So a little disappointing there. So this thing only has one gun turret. But taking a look underneath, there's some decent detail and greebling. You got rogue escape pieces, you've got ingots, you got the various colors of the light gray, dark gray, the maroon red. You can kind of see how the cockpit attaches to the Falcon, and you got much of the same on top up on top here. Oops, where'd that go? Oh, there we go. Didn't mean for that to happen. Let's see. There we go. There we go. That's better. But yeah, you get much of the same on top. But like again, you got a bunch of different pieces for greebling. And like you got ingots, you got grill pieces, one by one circular tiles. Again, all the details here, like getting the opening on openings in the prongs, so the escape pods, the printing of the glass for the gun turret, the cockpit. All these are printed, no stickers whatsoever. I wish they'd put they have one of these spinning pieces here for the antenna, so it can be at a specific angle, which admittedly is accurate for the ship. But I kind of wish they'd done the same thing for the turret, so it could spin around. But and unfortunately, they didn't. But also you got some nice printing on the side and under the under where the landing the gangplank would be. Got two back here for the engine thrust, which is probably one of the few things that transferred over from the 2010 MIDI scale Millennium Falcon, along with the simple design for the gun turret. And although that one had both gun turrets, but no display stand, but they made up for that with it actually having the landing gear. But all in all, yeah, this is a pretty decently sized ship. I mean, especially for a MIDI scale Millennium Falcon, you'd think there wouldn't be a whole lot going on here, but there actually is quite a bit going on around here. Plus, you got quite a bit of greebling along the sides as well. So all in all, this is a pretty decently sized Millennium Falcon, and for a MIDI scale or Starship collection set. So now that I've done all the mainline Starship collection sets, with the exception of the as yet to be released Kylo Ren shuttle and the Comic-Con Nebula B frigate, let's go ahead and bring them all out here and do a little compare and take a look at them all at once. Do a little comparisons between them all. All right, here is the entire current mainline Starship collection. And let me tell you, that's quite a few ships, and they're all really, they all look fantastic. One thing I was interested in finding out is that while the Millennium Falcon is most certainly the widest of the Starship collection, it's also only about the same length as the Venator. So yeah, interesting. Like, it takes up the most pieces, but it's also one of the ones that takes up the least amount of space, which is interesting. It's also the most expensive of the bunch. However, when it comes to price per piece, I would also say it's the one best off, considering it's, again, over 900 pieces, but $85? I gotta admit, that's pretty good for price per piece, especially for one of these guys. Especially when you take into consider there's no stickers on this thing. They're all printed. I was quite surprised. Honestly, like I said, I feel like they could have gone away with $90, maybe even $100, considering the way Lego pricing has been. I take, for example, the soon-to-be-released Starship Collection Kylo Ren shuttle. That thing is less than 400 pieces, but they're charging the same as the Super Star Destroyer? Like, what gives? There's no logic in that. Like, honestly, Lego, are you just crazy or are you money hungry? Because I honestly can't tell. Anyway, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. The collection looks really glad. I'm glad I decided to go ahead and get all of them. I probably will eventually get that Kylo Ren shuttle, but believe me, I'm definitely going to be using some VIP points to knock down that price. Because again, that $70 price is just ridiculous. There's no reason for that. Anyway, take a look. Anyway, if you guys haven't figured out, I really like that Millennium Falcon. Again, the build looks fantastic. No stickers. I like the fact that particular stand is unique, so it's got it in a nice flight position. Seriously, guys, seriously, guys, if you like the Millennium Falcon, if you like the Starship collection, go ahead and pick it up, guys. As I understand it, this one is getting ready to retire, which again might be one of the reasons why this one might be a popular pick for May 4th this year. So that will be the end of this video. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.